Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just sat down here. It is Valentine's Day today and I wanted to upload something and I haven't done one of these in a while. I was thinking what I want to do. So I have some new makeup here. I just got this new Kosas foundation in the mail. I'm like, perfect, let's do a trying new like hyped up hot makeup, some of the newest launches out on the market here, just a full face and chit chat, all of that stuff. I know these videos don't typically do super well for me, but sometimes it's nice just to sit down and talk to you guys and get my opinions on some of this makeup. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing I'm going to do here is actually prime the face. I'm going to go ahead and use my Tatcha liquid silk canvas. I'm actually almost out of this stuff. I just want to use like a tried and true primer that I know works well for me so that I could test the foundation with it. But yeah, this thing, it's a really good kind of blurring, smoothing, matte primer. I really like it for my oily skin and I can't believe I'm about done with it, but I have been using it quite a bit lately. So just kind of blending this into the skin before we apply our foundation. So as I mentioned earlier, I did get a new foundation today in from Kosas. This literally just launched and it's their Revealer Skin Improving Foundation with SPF 25. It says medium coverage and natural dreamy finish. This has some amazing ingredients in it. It's kind of like a skincare makeup hybrid. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to work out. So I'm going to go ahead and open this here. This is the packaging. It matches actually their concealer, so it has the fun yellow lid. I've tried a few things from Kosas that I like, their concealer. They also just launched some new like liquid shadows that I've been trying and really like. So this is just a really popular, I feel like, clean beauty brand at Sephora. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my foundation brush. I always use BK Beauty 101. It's my go-to. And we'll do about a pump and a half of product. This is more the neutral undertone, I think. I got the shade, yeah, light neutral 140. This is light with subtle pink undertones. It seems to be a pretty good match. Adding just a little bit more foundation here. I'm just kind of building this foundation up. It does seem to build up to a, I would say, medium coverage. I don't think it's buildable to like full. So that's what we are looking like. I did build up quite a bit on the foundation just to see what we could do. But overall, I think it looks very pretty. It gives a nice kind of natural glow. And even though I did put a couple layers on, I don't feel like it feels heavy at all. So it's a little bit see-through. You can see my spots here. I just got to conceal those. And then we will be good to go, but I think it looks really pretty on the skin. Alright, so let's switch on over to eyeshadow here. I'm just quickly priming my eyes with my ColourPop eye primer. And I was looking in my collection and honestly I haven't really purchased many brand new palettes that I haven't like did a single review on, because usually if I buy a palette I will do a review for it. So the newest one in my collection is this one from LA Girl. So I thought we would use this today. It's called Nudie Cutie and I got this one at Ulta. It actually looks so pretty. It's more drugstore kind of price range, but you get a lot of shades in here, some shimmers and mattes. So I'm really curious to test this out and see how this quality is, because I've really seen some good things about LA Girl and I'm looking for some more affordable makeup like eyeshadows to try, because I feel like that's really lacking at the drugstore. So I'm going to start off with this shade. This is Flawless. I'm going to put this in the crease. So I am officially back from my Florida photo shoot trip. We had a good time, but it was a little bit stressful for me. I'm going to take this shade here. Mostly because I broke my phone on the trip, which was just like really, that just sucked, and I had to buy a whole new phone. I had to pay off the phone I had, and I did have insurance, but it would cost about the same for me to just kind of upgrade early and stuff. So I just figured I'll just get a new phone. So I wanted the new iPhone 13 anyway, so I did that. I was just on the phone. It had these weird green lines and then it went black. And it was so weird. I could hear sounds, but I couldn't see a thing. And now I can't even hear anything. So I'm pretty sure it's just dead. Yeah, that was kind of sucky, but I didn't lose a whole lot on my phone. I did do a backup, but I didn't do one since January, so I lost like a bunch of my Palm Beach pictures and videos I took, but some stuff saved that I had in Lightroom, so I didn't lose too much. Just I was gonna do a cute little travel video and I lost pretty much all of that, which kind of blows, but It wasn't the biggest deal, and I feel like the Airbnb we stayed at was a little bit like deceptive about the bedrooms that they had and how many I feel like Airbnbs, they kind of just like want to fit as many people as they can as possible, and like I ended up having to sleep in this garage on an air mattress. There's 2 air mattresses, so a couple of us had to sleep in there, and then they crammed like a couple other beds into another room, so there was only like 3 single bedrooms there, and it was supposed to sleep like 10 people, but it wasn't the most comfortable, but we survived. I mean, pretty much we were working the whole time anyway, so we just like lived off of coffee, which we have made many coffee runs that trip. But Palm Beach is always so gorgeous. I love going there. We did take some pictures on the beach. It was a little bit rainy that day, so we had to like huddle with our umbrellas and like quickly take shots and then change, and then the next girl went. So we got everything done. We got some cute pictures for sure. And I just always have a good time with the Pulse girls. They're a great group of girls. There's never any drama. I'm gonna go in with this dark brown in the outer corner here. So yeah, we had a good time, and I will be back in Florida so soon already for Disney. That'll be for my birthday, so I'm going to Orlando. My birthday is February 28th, so it'll be that weekend, and going home I think March 2nd. So we have a little trip there. I love Disney. I would go every year if I could. It just takes some convincing for my husband to go. He's not the biggest fan, but he's gonna do it as a little birthday gift. It's my 30th, so I'm like, I gotta go to Disney. It's my 30th. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do special for that. I'm always a kid at heart, so I think it'll be a good time. I've pretty much every other year is what we've been doing, and I might start going yearly, like with friends and stuff, and not making my husband have to come with me every single time. But I do love when he goes, just so we can have some like quality time together, because we don't really do much trips like together, just because he doesn't have a whole lot of vacation. I'm blending this color onto my lower lash line here, but I'm just so excited. I'm actually working on planning that trip out today and trying to get everything in a Google Doc, just writing everything down, because Disney trips take a ton of planning. Like, you can't just show up there, because there's just so much you have to do with your reservations. You have to make park reservations now, restaurant reservations, and they don't have Fast Pass anymore, so you have to, I don't know, I guess I have Genie for the days I'm there, just in case it's super busy. You have to buy that extra, which sucks they don't have Fast Pass, but hopefully the Genie Plus will be worth it, because I did get that. So I will definitely vlog my trip. I'm not sure how much vlogs I'm gonna put up. I was like, do I make a separate vlog channel? But I just feel like I could still put them on this channel. I don't know. People will watch it if they want. If they don't, that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take my finger and dip in, let's do this like sparkly gold, and I'm gonna put this on the lid. Ooh, so far I'm really impressed with this palette. I thought the mattes were really nice. They blended smooth. I didn't really have too many issues, so I'm impressed so far. And these metallics are super wet looking, but I could see them getting a little chunky. This is one of the chunkier ones, so I'm really gonna try and spread this out so it doesn't chunk up or flake. I am gonna add a little bit of this shade too. Sorry, I have no patience to go over shade names today. Ooh, this is gorgeous. I really like this palette. It's definitely a really good drugstore option. You just can't count on like L'Oreal or Maybelline to come out with a good eyeshadow palette these days. So usually ColourPop, LA Girl, that seems to be where it's at. BH Cosmetics. All right, let's clean this up a little bit with concealer. So I actually do have a brand new one. Haven't used it yet. It's KVD Good Apple. You know I had to buy this. I reviewed the foundation last year. That one went viral, so I'm surprised that this concealer hasn't like sold out completely. But I had to try this one. Of course, they're gonna like name everything Apple now, kind of like how Too Faced had their chocolate thing and their peach thing. This is their lightweight full coverage concealer, it says, for under eyes and beyond. It's crease resistant, no cake, full coverage with apple extract to nourish. So I chose the shade Light 107. They had so many colors. Has a little doe foot applicator, and I'm gonna try this under the eyes and on some blemishes here. It's a little light for blemishes, but I'll make do. Alright, so this definitely seems pretty full coverage to me. I should have got a darker shade, but this one definitely has like a lighter pink undertone to it, which it does really brighten. but I don't know, it might be too light that it's not really blending well with the rest of my foundation. So I'm just taking my foundation brush and kind of blending those edges out. But it's super light, super brightening. I did place it on those blemishes and I don't think it is actually full coverage, so I could still see through. It's definitely medium, but this just looks so light. I don't know, and this isn't even the lightest shade. So I am going to set that real quick here with this powder. This is by Rare Beauty and it is a newer one, and this is their setting powder in light. I think this one is supposed to be a little bit of a radiant finish. I'm going to set my under eyes with this real quick. I think that looks really pretty under there. It just kind of gets everything set in place, but it doesn't enhance any fine lines or anything. So this is my newest bronzer, which is also from Rare Beauty. I'm going to use this one today because I don't think I've used it on camera, but this one is their Happy Soul bronzer stick. These like were sold out for a while. I think they're back in stock now. I'll link them either on Sephora or the Rare Beauty site. Sometimes with the Rare Beauty site they actually have more shades in stock, which is nice. So I like to order usually from the brand's websites, and sometimes they have better coupons than Sephora. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of shape out where I want my contour lines to be. We'll start with that and blend out. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 106 for this. But I think this is a really nice cream contour. It blends out really nice without just blending away, which so many other contours that I've tried do. So I like that it kind of stays in place. I did choose a little bit of a darker color on purpose for that reason. And I also like to kind of dip my brush onto there just to kind of get some more layers built up of the bronzer, and then kind of blend that on the edges of the face too. I've been using this bronzer stick and it's one of my favorite like cream contours. Really surprised. It just blends so easily, and the color I definitely recommend getting the Happy Soul if you guys are light fair skin tone, because the one that's a little bit lighter, it's like more kind of warm tone, more orange looking. This one I feel like has a little bit more of a neutral undertone. So I'm wearing just a little bit more than usual because it's kind of going to blend out once we add our blush and powder and everything. So I want it to kind of stand out a bit. Okay, so next I'm going to do some cream blush, and I'm going to use this new one from Pacifica. How cute. I talked about these in my Target shop with me. If you guys haven't watched, you have to see all the new stuff at Target. But it's their Fluffy Blushy in the shade Bloom. And I'm so excited to try this out. How pretty. When I swatched it originally, it seemed a little bit light, so I'm curious to see how this is gonna look on the face. I'm gonna use this Sigma Duo Fiber Blush Brush F15. Alright, this is really light, like I suspected. I remember I swatched it and I was like, So I'm gonna try and get a little bit more product, and I'm gonna kind of rub it on my hand first and then apply. So yeah, it's really, really natural. If you guys are more into experimenting with cream blush and you want to start small, if you're more fair skin and you need something that's not too powerful, then you'd probably like it. But I mean, once you get it built up, I think it looks really pretty. Just very natural on the cheeks and natural flush. It has a little bit of shine to it, but I mean, I like how easy it is to apply, but I wouldn't say this is probably my favorite cream blush I've tried, but I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. So let me set the rest of my face with that Rare Beauty powder here. I really like this powder. I feel like it's not super radiant as I was expecting. I just think it looks very natural on the skin. Alright, let me move on to like my eyeliner and my eyebrows. So for brows, I'm just gonna quickly go in with some NYX Lift and Snatch. This is a pen, just to fill in any sparse hairs that I have. Back to what I was talking about for Disney. I've been kind of, it's my trip is like 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks away, so I've been kind of in last minute planning mode, trying to get my outfits together for like cute pics and stuff. I've been trying to find a cute birthday dress too, but I don't know, I just can't seem to find like any good websites. Where do you guys like to get like your dresses from? Because have you guys heard, I don't know if you guys have heard of like the Selkie, I think is how you say it, dresses that look like little Disney princess dresses with the poof sleeves. I think those are so cute, and I've been looking for like dupes for them. I just don't know if it would look good on me, so I need like a good like website that has a good return policy too, in case I hate it, because I always have to try stuff on with my body type. It just sometimes just doesn't work. You never know if it's going to have enough stretch. By the way, I'm going in with the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Gel. This is fairly new from them. I really liked it. It has like little brow fibers in it. And I like to use this even by itself. It kind of lifts up the brows and gives them that feathered look too. But yeah, let me know any of your favorite like online clothing boutiques where you like to get cute dresses from, because I'm needing some ideas of what to bring. I think the weather is going to be really nice when I'm there too, like 80 or so hopefully. So for mascara, you guys have been asking me to try this one. So I'm finally going to use this Voluminous Noir Balm Mascara from L'Oreal. Really curious about it. I just took it out of the package. It says it gives up to 7 times fuller lashes, volume, and care. It's a balm mascara, so it's supposed to give fuller, silkier, healthier looking lashes. But I don't know, you guys, because balm sounds to me like it would slip and slide all over. So let's see. I just have a really nice skinny brush. It seems a little on the clumpy side. As I'm building it up, I feel like it's kind of giving that volume and length that I like. So it's getting better. That's how they kind of look. Let's add a coat down here. I don't hate it. I don't hate it off the bat. I feel like it does make my lashes look good. It just takes a few coats to build. This is a different formula, so I'm curious to see if this is going to transfer. I'll definitely update you guys before the end of this video. Alright, so now I think we're going to move on to lips. And I want to use the new Anastasia lipsticks that I have. I have 2 shades, so I think I'm going to go with, let's do Haze. This one is a super light nude. I want to use a lip liner with it though. I'm going to use Urban Decay Naked Lip Liner. I have a little bit of lip mask on, so let me wipe that off. So that one's kind of just like my lips but better. It's like a little more peachy, and then we'll go over top of it with the color Haze from Anastasia. This is one of their satin lipsticks, and this is like super nude, but I love these kind of light nudes like this. I heard someone say that these are drying. I don't think these are drying at all. At least the satins are, I think, pretty typical. I'd say the color though, it's a little bit patchy, like right here. But it is super light. I should have done, I think, a little bit darker of a lip liner. Alright, so I zoomed you guys out. This is the finished makeup. It looks really pretty so far. I don't have too many complaints. I'm going to wear this a few more hours. It is kind of late in the day, so I don't want to wear this too long. So I'm gonna come back in a few hours and see how everything is holding up, and I'll give you guys kind of my final thoughts. Okay guys, I am back. It's been a few hours. You'll notice the lighting has changed a little bit. The sun has set, and I had to show you, Tyler got home from work. He gave me some flowers for Valentine's Day. How sweet. Had to show you guys because, yeah, that just kind of made my day. And I'm in the middle of making dinner. I'm gonna make chocolate covered strawberries and steak, ribeye steaks tonight. So excited for that. Let's talk about this makeup. I think it's held up really well. It has only been like 4 hours, but I think it looks so good still. It looks like just as fresh as when I applied, besides my lipstick. As far as this new Kosas foundation goes, I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. I feel like this is just a very skin flattering foundation. I love that it has the skincare in here as well, and it's not too hydrating where I'm getting super greasy. I feel like I'm not greasy whatsoever, which of course the powder and primer also help that. I feel like it's not breaking up anywhere. It still looks just as pretty as when I applied. I just have a little tiny bit of extra shine, but I think it's just a very flattering foundation. Can't wait to try this a little bit more, and I love that it also has SPF in here, so this could be like my go-to like daily foundation when I'm running errands and stuff. I think the coverage is nice. I use quite a bit. I do prefer full coverage, but I think when my skin is behaving well, I will really really like this foundation. I'll just have to add some concealer if I do have blemishes like I do today. Luckily these, they hide pretty well. Another product that has really impressed me today is this LA Girl palette, the Nudie Cutie. I know it's just a basic color scheme, so you may not need this one, but this really makes me want to try more of LA Girl's eyeshadows. I know they have a colorful palette in this same collection. I'm not sure like how great their colorful shadows are, but I felt like this was really good. It was on par with how I feel about ColourPop's eyeshadow. So if you guys are wanting another drugstore option, I would say try out LA Girl. This is really pretty. I like these colors a lot. The metallics are gorgeous. That one was also a win for me. Moving on to concealer, let's talk about this Good Apple concealer. I was expecting a little bit more from this. Seeing how it's in this Good Apple line, that foundation was so full coverage. I feel like this one isn't quite that much. I feel like the color doesn't look so drastic as it did when I first applied. It just seemed to not blend out as smoothly as I would have liked to. It was a little bit more like mattifying almost, so I don't feel like this is very hydrating. If you have dry under eyes, I feel like you would not like this. I'm a little bit more picky with concealers, and I just did not think that this one really was worth the hype for the Good Apple name. I mean, it looks okay, it's still there, but it's starting to crack a little bit. It's showing darkness through, and if it's a full coverage concealer, that usually doesn't show so quickly. So I don't know if I'm like obsessed with this one as I would have liked to be. So for that one, I'm just gonna say it's a pass for me. As far as the Rare Beauty powder goes, I didn't talk about this earlier, but it does have this little clasp here that opens up to your powder and you can shut it. So it's pretty mess free as long as you do not forget to shut it like I did. So mine's a little bit messy, but I think this is a pretty powder. It's helped keep my skin matte. I feel like all these, the combination of these two together is a really nice combo. I was a little bit worried that this powder would be way too glowy on me because it seemed like it would be a radiant powder, but I just think it's just a normal setting powder. It just did what it needed to do. It feels really good on the skin. My whole makeup just feels very lightweight today. You guys already know I love the Rare Beauty contour stick as well. I'm really starting to like this brand in general. Just some of their complexion products I wasn't a fan of off the bat, like their foundation and concealer, but everything else I have tried has been a pretty good like hit for me. So really enjoy this. The Fluffy Blushy, I love the name of this from Pacifica. I like that you can get this. It's easy accessible at like Target and Ulta, and I mean it took some building up. This isn't my favorite cream blush ever, but if you want something more on the natural side, I would try this out. They did send over a darker shade too, a hot pink, so maybe I'll try that out and see if I like that any better. But I mean it has held up today. You could still see the color, and it gave like a really pretty shine, so you don't really need a highlight with it. So if you want more of a natural flush, easy to use cream blush, I would suggest this, but if you want more pigment, you'll probably won't like these. You guys already know I love this NYX Thick It Stick It brow gel. It's just really good. I use this like on the daily, so I don't really need to go over that too much. As far as mascara goes, the L'Oreal, it has held up today. It actually did not smudge, which is good. I was a little bit worried about that. It's held up, so that's a good thing. I don't know if it's my favorite by far. Our lashes do look really pretty, but that one's definitely going to take some extra testing for me. I usually like mascaras a little bit more as they dry out a bit, like a couple weeks after I open them. So I'll make sure to update you guys on that one, but I'm glad that it didn't transfer. I think hopefully last but not least, hopefully I'm not missing anything, is the Anastasia lipsticks. I think these are nice. I don't mind them. The haze shade I use might be a little bit on the light side, but I felt like they were hydrating. I would maybe go for one of the darker shades. I also have the shade Praline, and that one is a really pretty, just neutral pink as well. So I really don't mind these. I think they're pretty decent. They're much better than their last ones that they had. Those used to be really drying that they originally came out with, so these are like a nice kind of upgrade to the formula. But I feel like lipstick, it's always hard to mess up. If you're in need of a lipstick, I wouldn't say it's the best thing ever, but I like them. I'll use them. Anyways, I think that is everything I have for you guys today to talk about and go over. We had some pretty good products, I would say, and I'm pretty excited about these. I definitely plan on bringing more kind of speed reviews and updating you guys on my thoughts, so I will hopefully have one of those up soon with some products from my previous Sephora and Ulta hauls. So let me know if there's anything that you want to update on. If you're really wondering what my thoughts are after using them for a few weeks, let me know. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh, all the products also used today will be linked down below as always, and everything on my face. But yeah, bye guys.